Most of 8Flight's functionality lives on the charts screen. Here we can see all sorts of aviation charts, VFR, IFR low, IFR high. We can even add helicopter VFR charts or view an aerial satellite image. In addition, we can select from different weather layers like radar, satellite, icing, turbulence, clouds, smoke, or winds, which are even color-coded to identify where the temperature is below freezing or where it may be above ISA plus 15. We can also hide or show airmets and sigmets, NOTAMs and special use airspace, or our internet traffic layer. With the buttons on the left side of the screen, we can quickly access frequently toggled layers like weather observations, METARs, TAFs, and PIREPs, FBO fees for a selected aircraft category, fuel prices for either 100 low lead or jet fuel, including self-serve or without if we want to find only full-serve fuel options, and a variety of airport destinations like walkable restaurants, museums, FBOs with free ice cream, fly-in events, or on-airport hotels. One of the unique things about 8Flight, though, is that we can see all of this information across 7 days with the hourly timeline at the bottom. So we can go and plan a flight for, say, Monday evening, and using the Open Now button, find just those destinations or FBOs that are open at that time. Of course, we also get that weather layer at that time. So we can see the radar forecast for 8 p.m. on Monday. Or we can go ahead and look at clouds at 12,000 feet or 6,500 feet for 8 p.m. on Monday. This lets us plan our flight days in advance, incorporating both weather and destination information all in one place. If we want, we can edit the flight plan, and with the flight plan view up at the top, we can also tap or drag to resize or hide. You can tap again to show it, or drag to resize, or drag to hide. We can also tap anywhere on the map outside of an overlay to hide all of the map controls to make everything front and center. If we select some weather, we can get a detailed view of that. We can look at live ASOS data, which often differs from the perhaps hour-old METAR, TAFs, aviation forecast discussion, or the entire forecast discussion for the nearest TAF and weather forecast office, or a mediogram with hourly weather out to 14 days depicting clouds, freezing level, and weather conditions. We can go direct to an airport, or we can bring up the airport screen for that airport. At the bottom, we'll also find our navigation instruments with a variety of data that can be displayed. To change each instrument, we can tap and hold to select a new instrument to display. Those are organized by our present position, next waypoint, destination, and VNAV information. One of the unique things about 8Flight is that we'll give you either a ground speed or FMS-based ETE and ETA to each subsequent waypoint or destination, so that you always know exactly how long it's going to take based on your flight plan and weather conditions, not just your current ground speed. You can also tap and hold anywhere on the map to view information about nearby waypoints, add them to your route, or view a skew T or the current hourly mediogram at either those fixes or the point you tapped. You can instantly generate a skew T, advance through time, or view a mediogram for any given point. Of course, you can also tap and drag on your route, add a new waypoint, or remove current one.